This is A Vision Media Broadcast. Once again, we have a special interview right now. We have the legendary group, Brownstone, Grammy nominated. Can't forget that. Brownstone. They gave us a lot of hits, man, back then. 95 was the year you guys actually came out with your debut, correct?
Yes.
With, from the bottom up.
Yeah.
Debut.
That's it.
Wow. And we have the ladies here. It was in Philly. That's right. They came out to the Keswick Theater, Glen, PA. They came up in Philly to do a show, and they tore the house down. The crowd loved y'all.
We love Philly. Philly always shows up. We love, you know what? Brownstone just has, I think we got the best fans in the world just across the globe.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's right. And it's like, you know, when you guys was up there on the stage, that was your home. You took that. You took the stage. You did what you had to do, and you walked off. You know, I mean, but you did what you had to do. You know, you tore it down. So
listen, we had to. Philly wasn't letting us just come up there and just 1-2 and be. We had to give it everything we had, and you know, it was clear that we all had a good time. They had a good time. It felt like I'm from New Orleans, and it felt like I was at home. Like the love was definitely real. So we appreciate y'all, Philly. We love y'all.
That's right. And you had a good time. Can you tell me, like, what exactly did y'all do afterwards or before? Did y'all go out and get something to eat? Like, I know we got I know we had the famous cheesesteaks, but did y'all ever did you try one?
So I'm not gonna front. I'm not even gonna lie. The day before the show, my husband, who's from Philly, had to have a cheesesteak. So I was like, okay, you might as well give me a chicken cheesesteak. Okay. I think was it Larry's we went to? Whatever. I think it was called
Larry's South.
But right before the show, we can't do it. Right before the show is too much.
Yeah, it's too much. That's too much.
What exactly, like, when it's time before you go on stage, and I always wanted to know this, how many hours is it before you stop eating, before you go get on stage? Because I know at a certain point you have to cut it off, right?
I think for each person is different. You know, some people, they have to eat like an hour before for energy, to give themselves energy.
Okay.
Me, my nerves are so bad, I can't eat nothing until maybe like a salad or like fruit has to be really, really light. And then afterwards, I just pig out on whatever I can get my hands on. And as soon as the show is
Craft
done,
Services is on and popping.
We get to go boxes. Oh, go ahead.
Erin was having, I forgot to say this at the beginning, Erin was having some difficulty logging on and off. So she's trying to do that. So as soon as she comes, y'all, you're going to get the third member of Brownstone.
The third member is coming.
Technical difficulties.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I can send her the link again. Is it? Should I do that?
Yeah, we just sent her a new one, so she should be logging on any minute now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it was the verifying.
She's having trouble verifying.
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay. Sometimes people don't have.
Because a YouTube or a Facebook, you have to have a YouTube or a Facebook.
She doesn't. I don't think she has either one of those. She might not.
Oh wow. Okay. So now she got to do.
Let me see if I can send her
a sign up thing.
I wonder if I can send her a link. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Because I might be able to do it through here.
Send her a good link. There she go. Here she comes now.
Oh, you got her?
Yay!
Sorry, I was having trouble.
We told him you have technical difficulties.
Thank you. How are y'all?
Good.
How are you, Erin?
Great. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Wow. We started talking just brief about the show in Philly, and what do you guys have to eat before the show or after? So we started talking then. I just want to just get into how did the group come together?
Long story that's definitely going to be in the docu that we're filming, as well as the book that'll be coming eventually. But long story short, I was in Los Angeles. And I was really at first pursuing a solo career, but I was like, everywhere I went, it was just kind of like, you don't necessarily have the full look for a solo artist. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put together a super group. We're gonna sing our faces off. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. So I actually put an article in a publication called Drama Log from back in the day, and had auditions. And that is where I met. We were actually 5, and then we ended up being 3, and the rest is history. It was a story where I got stranded in the desert, and the person to make up for it decided that he was going to, set up an interview with this publisher The publisher that we met with passed, but on the way out the door, there was a woman by the name of Marla McNally, two women, Marla McNally and Linda Blum.
Okay.
And they were like, you know what was that we heard upstairs? And, Detroit all day. Us, songs we wrote, blah, 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 blah. So we went on ahead and they were like, well, can you sing them again? And we sang the songs and they were like, I'll never forget. They were like, wow, this is amazing. Can you come back? And then they went and introduced us to Jerry Greenberg. We had a big audition in a dark conference room and found out that we had a record deal with Michael Jackson months later.
Oh, wow. And how was that? So I know the group met Michael, right?
Yes.
How was it meeting Michael Jackson at that time?
Nervous, very, very, very nervous. Very I was always the one that was focused on making sure the business was right. So I was just like, well, I thought I was. I was 23. So how much business did I know? 23-year-old businesswoman. But, I was more focused on making sure that we were delivering what we needed to keep the record deal and not lose it. And I just remember, him saying some really positive things. But I hate to be like, you got to get it in the book. But I've learned that the full story
is in the book.
Yes.
Wow.
It's amazing.
What's the date? I mean, I know you can't talk about too much because you have a book, the documentary coming out, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a date? Can we at least know the date?
We do not, but we're coming up on our 30-year anniversary. Okay. January 11th, 2025. So we will say that it will be released during the anniversary year, the 30-year anniversary year of Brownstone, both.
Wow, that's going to be nice. Amazing.
Yeah.
And
starting with where we are now and working our way back.
Okay. Were you excited hitting the stage? Because you're back out there. How was it just coming on and seeing the crowd singing your songs, and how was that feeling?
Hey, somebody all the time.
It's always great, especially in towns cities like Philly,
that's right,
Detroit, New Orleans, because we just respect, there's a different kind of audience that really has a musical ear.
Uh-huh.
There are everywhere there's audiences with musical ears, but specifically music cities like Philly and Detroit, New Orleans, you feel a little more pressure to bring it. And also they tell you the truth immediately, so you don't necessarily have to wait to know if you had a good show or a bad show, because
they'll let you know.
They will let you know the moment you step on stage and that first note comes out. So it's either good or we okay, let's go, something. But Philly was great, and they make you work for your your dinner in Philly. You're gonna have to perform. You gotta give it the show that you practiced and polished, and don't come there if you are not that, because it's just not the market for you. We gonna say that. So we were grateful to be there. The audience gave us all the love. Oh my God. And they sang every song so loud.
Yeah.
I had my monitors in. I swore, I was like, there's no way this is the crowd. So I had to take it out like. When he's lonely and feeling low, stop down, be there to feed him. I'm loving him a little bit more each day. It turns me right on when I hear him say. Amazing, right? Amazing. Yes. The energy was great, and I'm so grateful that they received us, as Nikki would say, this version of Brownstone with love and support. So it was awesome.
Wonderful. And shout out to Raymond Anthony, Laugh Out Loud Entertainment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Raymond doing a great job. We
ain't forgot about that tour either, Raymond. Just FYI.
Oh yeah, Raymond.
FYI.
I really love the group. I really do. How has your music evolved over the course of your career?
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, what you're going to get with this 30-year anniversary album, where we're redoing those hit records. So the beauty of it is that you got your version of If You Love Me and Grapevine, and Sometimes Dancing with Nikki, Maxie, and Mimi. And now you're about to get it with Aaron, Lex, and Nikki. And that's going to give it like a whole nother, like, and we're representing generations here, right? That's the beautiful thing about where we are as a group now. Lex is the baby of the bunch. She's baby sister. Aaron is middle sister, and I'm big sister in this situation. And I think we all have very unique, awesome, creative ears. And I think that that is all going to be implemented. So you're going to get the best of what's current and today. You're going to get the best of what, the 2000s, Aaron, you know what I'm saying? That's the 90s. And we all are rooted in soul music. New Orleans and Detroit together.
Yeah, it's together. It's going to be crazy. What do y'all have any collabs in mind? And who would you collab with today?
We already know the first one. We are looking to collab with Burna Boy on Sometimes Dancing remake.
Okay.
Also, Shinsia would be good as well.
Baby.
Because it's a straight Caribbean vibe song. And just to bring it into 2024, 25, I think
that's a whole different twist. Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's two for sure. Who else, y'all? Who else did we say we had to have on this?
Babyface, Nikki said.
Definitely Babyface.
Wow. Okay.
He can executive produce it if he wants.
He can just do a whole record. I would love to. I just think that it's a really great female power movement going on, and we actually did some hip hop remixes. I would love to see Brownstone and Remy. Like I would. Just,
oh yeah,
I think that would be dope.
You know what I mean? Like
that would be decent. Yeah.
Yeah. And just writers, amazing, incredible writers. I think Faith got a song for us in there somewhere. Yeah. Who you say, Aaron?
Y'all covered it.
We covered it, right?
Yeah. I mean, listen. I think the hardest feature to get is going to be Faith. We're gonna have to knock on her door.
We're close to her, right? And that's what we talk to on a regular basis.
Yeah, right. It's gonna be like the family member.
So y'all actually do y'all reach out to those artists? Do y'all talk to those often? The artists that y'all
well, Faith all the time. That's our sister. So, yeah, Faith is family. We have. I mean, no. I actually no. I think I had 6 degrees of separation with Remy once, but no.
Okay, but it will happen, and that's what we're waiting for.
Yes,
that big collab to come, and it will happen.
Yes,
We claiming it.
Let's talk about Grapevine, 5 Miles to Empty, Past the Loving, All I Want and Can't. No, I'm saying All I Want. That's like the newest one, 2022.
All I Want is the newest, but All I Do was from the second album, which is one of my favorite songs.
Okay, and I Can't Tell You Why.
Yes.
Which song was the most challenging to write or record, and why?
Well, we didn't write I Can't Tell You Why. That's the Eagles record.
Okay.
The most challenging. Well, Grapevine probably. Grapevine, yeah, Grapevine, because there was a little bit of heartbreak involved in Grapevine. Right? Well, no, you know what? Actually, let me take that back. 5 Miles to Empty. 5 Miles to Empty was the most challenging record to write because literally, and the story behind that is there's a story for everything with the documentary coming, y'all. The story behind that is that the producer who produced it and I dated for a long time, and I went to the studio and I caught him with another chick. And we were listening to the tracks because back in the day, that's kind of how you would do it. Somebody give you a track, you vibe to the track and see what you can come up with, right? And go to the studio, Maxie and I. This is when we had the Ford Explorers where it would tell you how many miles before you run out of gas.
Yeah.
So go in there, see him up in here with this chick, left out crying, just angry, hostile. Maxie was like, Nikki, don't cry about it. Don't cry about it. Let's just vibe. And we looked and I was like, yeah, we're about to run out of gas and say we got 5 miles to empty. Then that turned into the record.
Wow. And actually it was like it was a big hit,
Yes. So that get back was a good get back.
it always seems like when a person is hurt or been into a relationship and you write about it, it's like one of the biggest songs ever. I don't know why.
Yeah, let Mary tell it, honey. She said she's tired of not going.
Yeah, but if nothing happened to you and you're just happy, it's like you don't write a hit. I don't know why.
I think it's a part of like take it, because some people may take their pain and like put it,
Put it
do
in the music.
nothing with it. But if you
Okay.
take that pain and you flip it, I feel like God, like, okay, let me reward this pushing
Mhm.
through.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wow. And Tory Lanez, with "Say It If You Love Me," how did that happen with him doing that song over?
Truth is, I don't know, but
Okay. Wow. Yeah, because
truth
I'm
is,
like,
I
wow,
just,
how did that happen?
someone called me and said, "Hey, I'm shooting a video for this kid Tory Lanez who did a remake of If You Love Me." And it's pretty good. And they connected us, and we of course I was very pleased that for him to be a rapper slash singer, it wasn't a whole bunch of like knock her down a flight of stairs and whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it
yeah.
wasn't. But just full disclosure, the label decided that they were going to license that master
Oh,
to
okay.
him because they couldn't reach us or something like that. And full disclosure is we still haven't seen the returns that I would expect to have
Uh,
seen on that. So from a business perspective, it was a lesson, but it's a great record, and I'm glad that people enjoy it. And I'm praying for Tori.
Hmm.
oh, that's great. Yeah, because
Yeah,
his situation, it's great.
wish
How
that
did
never happened, but we're praying for Tori.
Hmm.
yeah, just got to stay prayed up. Him
Yeah.
too for itself, You do.
Yes.
How do you unwind after a concert?
Oh, that's good.
That's a great question.
I'll go first, but for me, and it's so crazy because after a Brownstone show, it's like everybody comes around, and like the amount of energy and amount of like work that it takes to exude and to put out into the audience, you have to
Yeah,
like come down from that. Like you have because it's you shake, like, well, I know I am. I'm shaking. I'm
you
still kind
shaking?
of like worked up. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
had to just like come down. So I immediately run to the dressing room and I just sit like, and I'll either put my head down or like a barrier
Oh
for
wow.
myself,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it just just take a couple of deep breaths and then I'm ready
Woo
to,
style, woo style.
yeah, a little woosah moment,
Yeah. Mhm.
and then you're ready to see everybody, your family, your friends, take pictures with everybody. And then I love to nightcap with my girls with a little drink somewhere, to celebrate whatever we have done. So that is for sure my wind down.
Wow. And that's just one show. So when you have to go to a next one, that it repeats itself.
It's the same. Listen, it's the same routine.
Same routine.
You
Yeah.
don't eat. I don't eat until I perform. I perform. I pick. I
Yeah.
calm down. I pig out. Have some drinks. So yeah, it's the same routine. That's what makes it so much fun though, because
Yes.
it's fun.
Good
Okay.
fun.
Aaron.
Yeah, we're different because we all have different like ways that we like to prepare and post perform deep compressed post performance.
Okay.
So I'm the one that will probably be by the catering.
Mhm.
Like
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'll eat and chill. I could be at the venue for like hours and I'm good because I like to be in one place before the venue because that's when I get like my zen time and meditation and time with God, like just focus. And then afterward, um, I am still running off the adrenaline of a performance. So I like a second. I like a
Mhm.
beat, just a beat to like get myself together. Okay, whew, come down from the stage. And
Mhm.
then like it's always so many wonderful family, friends, sorors, and all
Hmm.
these wonderful people that we actually get to see and hug and get to tell us what it
Right.
means to them that we just performed. So, you want to get a moment for that because that's another set of energy that you need to
Mhm.
be present and to be able to accept that love and give it back also. So yeah, that's my
Amazing.
pre and post game.
So you got you have it all mapped out. You already know what it is.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
yeah. You kind of know what your energy where you need to restore it from, and you know we
And
get
I
one
head to the
routine.
nearest fan, the nearest air conditioner. I'm
You
trying
go
to
you go to
find
a fan,
a
huh?
fan.com. I'm like,
Okay.
just give me some air and a towel. And just I'm one of those people, I just being totally honest with you, I'm usually like I need like some time to like come down, because that's the thing. Like when we're on stage, it's just like you giving it everything you have. And Brownstone, when we get out there, we be singing,
Woo.
and dancing and remembering steps.
Mm-hmm.
So before the show, it's just kind of like I always have nervous energy. Although what's really fantastic, and I'm so honest in saying this, in this unit, I think I've had the least amount of anxiety before going on stage that I've
Oh
had.
wow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. And I think it shows in my performances. So I just enjoy the energy of the sisterhood, just us.
That's right.
You know what I mean? In the beginning, before we go on stage, and then baby, after the stage, I need a fan. Water.
Yeah, there you go. I hope you had one in your dressing room that night in Philly.
Yeah,
We had a
Philly was
good one.
good. No,
We had a
Philly was
good
good.
vent.
Okay,
I was
cool.
standing right there in front of it. Philly is good. Yeah.
Wow, and just this question right here, I just need to know, if you can go back in time,
Mm.
what advice would you give to yourselves when you were just starting a band?
Mm. I would say know that every experience you have along this journey is going to make the gift that God gave you stronger and better. And I would normally say like be easy on yourself or don't take it so seriously. But I think you said this earlier. Sometimes that trauma, sometimes going through those motions makes for really awesome, incredible records. So
Yes,
I would just say accept the journey and enjoy the journey because the journey is the dream. That is what it is.
that's right.
I'd have to like piggyback on Nikki.
Mhm.
I think when you set this goal, you have like this finish line. You have this idea of where your career is going to be as a younger girl or guy, and how I got here is completely opposite of how I had it in my head. Like I
Yeah,
had to,
it's like
I'm gonna
that
move,
sometimes.
I'm gonna move to New York, I'm gonna move to LA, and this just gonna happen. And I'm gonna run into this person at the coffee shop. It just did never, it never panned out how I
Yeah,
had it panned out in my head. So I would
imagine. Yeah,
say, yeah, I would definitely say that what I'm learning now at this big age, like they say, is that the journey is the dream. I feel like that. I feel
Yes.
like the journey is the dream. And then when I look back at the years from high school to college to now, it's like it was all fun. It was a good
yeah.
every trip, every performance.
Hmm.
There's some ups and downs, but that whole journey, that's the dream. That's the dream. So if you don't give yourself, Kobe just said it, but if you don't, I posted that clip. If you don't give
Yes.
yourself like a final destination, there's so much more room for bigger
Mhm.
things to happen for you.
Right.
But when you're young, you what's your goals? What's your 10-year
Yep.
plan?
Yep.
People pressure
Put
you
something on it. Mhm.
to put something on it, and it doesn't have to be that because God gonna do what He want to do
He
no
do what he
matter
wants.
what.
That's right. He's
That's
gonna do
true.
what he wants. That's right. Hmm.
Yeah, I think y'all covered it. I think that we wouldn't be here as women in business still after all of these years in the music business had we not gone through what we're going through. And I don't live with, the regrets of the good decisions, the bad decisions, the, great music choices I picked or not, or, I think I needed all of those things to appreciate this exactly where we're at right now. And
Okay.
just being able to have gratitude for when I had when I was in groups when I was little, to
Yeah.
understanding what that really meant, even the bumps and the smooth highways along the way. I understand what that really means now, and I have just such a total appreciation for all of it. And I would say your dreams may not be exactly what you mapped what
Map. Yeah.
mapped out. Yeah, they'll still come to fruition, but it may be in a different vehicle. Like I always said, I wanted to the crowds to know every word of my songs. I wanted to tour the world. This is me from 5 and 6 years old auditioning. What do you want to be? And this is what we say we want to be.
Yeah.
And this has happened in a whole different way than I would have ever expected. I could have mapped this out. Literally, Michael Jackson, Jesus, and Maxie had to map this out because
That's right. That's right. That's
I
right.
didn't even know this would be where I would be, and with somebody that I love and admire since music R&B since I was introduced to real
To
90s
real,
R&B.
yeah.
So
Nikki
that's
was
like
the Brownstone was the first group when you saw that come on your
That's
TV,
right.
and it put us
That-
all.
Right. That's right.
It stopped everybody. Like,
it
wait,
stopped. Like
this is
you
something
literally,
I've never
yeah.
seen. I've never
Mhm.
heard. This is the best looking group of women I've ever.
Yeah.
Nikki came out with that dang on short hair, made the whole
Right.
world cut their
Yeah,
hair. To
great.
this day,
Yeah.
they still probably bring that picture into the hairstylist. Like, this is what I want.
That's crazy because it came from just, it's just, there's so much. So you guys have to make sure that when y'all start seeing the promos and hearing about what we're building and what we're creating, you tune in because there's a lot. Even the short hair was a moment. Like,
Wow.
the overweight bald head girl is never gonna sell. Like, okay, well, here we are.
I know we can talk about this for days. Nikki, you
Yeah.
have to leave, and I know I'm not going to hold the group up. I just have one more question for everybody.
Sure.
And what is something that people will be surprised to learn about Brownstone?
Ooh. Oh man, this is
I can
good.
tell you one that Brownstone before this iteration of Brownstone never really, like, we never had a complete show. We would just
What do
get
you
out
mean?
there and grab the mics and sing, and maybe a
Oh,
step
okay.
here, a step there, but we never had a complete show until now.
Wow. So back then,
Back then, we would just listen. Maxie was not. I mean, like if we had like a TV show appearance or something, so that we weren't just standing there doing it, we would put something together. But we just would turn on the tracks and sing. It wasn't
Wing
like
it.
a whole lot of we didn't put a lot into it. Maxie wasn't a big fan of choreography, and she's South American, but she wasn't a big fan of choreography. So up until recently, I believe when we did the Essence, so shout out to Victor, Mr. Glamrock Soul, who put our amazing show together.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Brownstone, a legendary group. We have them. They came, they conquered. Just like the Keswick. They came, they conquered. I thank y'all so much for coming to this interview, for allowing it to happen, to go down. Miss Loretta, thank you so much
Thank you.
for that interview. Before we get off, what's next? And I know we have the documentary, but what else is next for the group? What's next for y'all?
Well, we have something coming out for the holidays, right? So stay tuned. You can find, actually, all the updates are at brownstoneofficial.com. In fact, that's the call that I have to do now regarding our holiday special. But we have a very special thing coming out for the holidays that we think you guys will love. And you can catch up with us. Everything is at Brownstone Official. So just log on and have a good time because we about to party, y'all. 2025.
It's about to be on 2025. I thank y'all so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, love you, ladies. Thank y'all so
Bye,
much.
love y'all.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Nikki.
I'm Alexis,
And I'm Erin.
and we are Brownstone.
And you guys are watching A Vision Media. It's the #1 place, baby.
That's right. What up,